3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, Slaven here, and today we're going to be rejoining the best Mccre on console. For this video, you're actually going to be seeing the best Winston on console.
God damn it, dude.
Because sometimes filling is a necessary evil. Here we are right in the action. We're on Attack, Horizon Lunar Colony. Very new map. I personally don't like it very much. But I've been forced into playing Winston. Because I locked the Mccre and then immediately 3 other players locked DPS, which isn't out of the norm. What happened here is our Mercy was afraid to res because there were only 2 people down, and that dragged out this team fight way longer than it should have been dragged out. But you see here, I'm doing Winston things. I'm in there. I'm watching my health. Just because Winston, if you're low on health, you want to disengage. You want to jump out. Stay safe. We get the point. But, like I said, very drawn out team fight. I use my jump so I can't get this Mercy. I'm looking around the side. I'm looking for an opening to jump in. Here's my opening. I could dive right in there on that Mercy. I see the Torb though, so he's what I'm going for. Molten Core. Yeah, they popped the Molten Core as soon as I jumped on him. Not much I could have done there. Our Pharah this round was the only other person communicating. And they had the highest rank on the team, Diamond. And he was a bit of a complainer. Like, I'm not gonna lie. He, anytime something went wrong, he was kind of blaming the team, which might have been our team's fault, but still, you never want to drag down team morale by complaining. The Torb turret's still in the corner. First, you really want to take care of that, guys, especially on console. Get rid of the turret. It's just extra damage that is guaranteed because they don't have to aim. I'm looking for the discorded targets. Our Zen isn't calling out discords because he's not talking. I might have not needed the Primal Rage there, but my idea was I could pop it, then block the spawn doors, like I'm doing right now. This is the trickle. 2 CP. Guys, taking that last point, you're going to have to fight a trickle offense, which is after you wipe the team once, they're basically just going to be rushing back to the point. Tips for playing Winston on console. Your sensitivity settings should be very high, so you can do like what I did right there. Just look right up, jump up at the Pharah. I got pinned there. I didn't even see the Rhine was looking for the charge, which is going to happen to you in a team fight occasionally. You'll just get hit by like a charge or a Roadhog hook because there's so much going on, guys. We have one guy not even picking something. Like if you look at this, yeah. You look at the score screen, one guy might be looking for a swap, but he's not talking, so nothing you can do. Our Pharah just told me that he hit a direct rocket on their Lucio and ended up killing him. So if our team was all here, we could have went right in off that because they were down 1. We got ults. They probably have ults. I'm looking for the Mercy here, as always. Yep, I got the Mercy. They're down their main healer there. And this is what a team fight is, guys. Just this chaotic mess. Really, you just want to be looking for the priority targets if you happen to see them, but take what you can get in the team fight. I'm jumping up at the Pharah because if I land right in front of the Pharah with my jump, her missiles are going to hit me and then hurt her too. And that's an easy way to kill an ulting Pharah if you're Winston. And you might even live too, because you have more health than she does and you have armor. We're left with 44 seconds. Not the best offense on this map because it's very easy to snowball on this. If you don't know what that means, basically you get first point and you just rush right into second point. We couldn't get that though because we were trickling in for the first point. Someone picks Hanzo. Of course, someone says no. Me and the Diamond player were the only ones communicating. This map, always use your microphone, guys. I mean, I don't even like being in the voice chat anymore just because people are toxic, but it's a necessary evil. If you're going to play comp, play to win. Sorry, someone just opened the door, if you heard that. Look in there. Winston, elimination medal, very easy to get because you do a lot of AoE damage, a lot of chip damage. So gold eliminations as Winston doesn't really mean that much. Look at my final blow. There isn't a final blows thing for Winston, but I was getting some very good key kills. Like you saw, I got the Mercy, I got the Pharah. I forgot to mention that we actually... I'm gonna spoil the ending of this match for you guys. We end up losing.
Yeah.
And I figured... Wise man says you can learn 1,000 things in defeat, but none in victory. So by watching this back, you guys are probably going to learn a lot more than if I showed you like a match where we were totally pub stomping. Even though it's more entertaining to watch the pub stomp. But these videos are teaching tools. They're about the journey to become the best console player. They're not because I am. They're not me saying I am the best console player yet, but I know I could be because I know a lot about the game. This is a very small area they have to move in. I'm using my Winston AoE to just kind of zone them off it. Tracer on console, guys, very hard to deal with. Not if you're Winston and you don't have to aim, but all the hit scan DPS on console, very inconsistent. So a Soldier, a Mccre, things that can do alright against the Tracer on PC, not as good as even like a Junkrat on a console. Yep, we're doing the smart thing here. We basically have to give them the first point. We don't want them killing all of us as we trickle back in. But you see how quick they took that? Their team is just outplaying us completely because they have their Tracer, I think, was consistently just getting in our back line, and even as Winston, I could not do anything about it. I'm looking for a target right here. Lucio's 1 HP. I know if I can get him, that's one of their supports down. I have to reload, which sucks. I wanted to jump up for that Pharah so bad. Tracer and Winston, guys, both very, very strong in the meta right now. That's why if you see top 500 players, a lot of them like to insta-lock either of those characters because they're very important roles in the team. I'm going to say the same thing I said in my last video. If anybody has any questions about my mentality for doing anything in this video, just write it in the comments. I'll respond to it because I have comments as notifications on my phone. And I love answering questions because again, bullshit. I was or was not on the point right there. I thought I was. But that's how quick you can lose that map. Let's look at the team comp. Roadhog, no. And I believe my there you go, yeah, he switches to Soldier. And I believe this is when our Gen Pork and Heels guy just doesn't pick anything at this point in the map, which has been happening a lot lately in competitive. People will just leave games. Got to put up with the cute spray. Sorry if this isn't the best commentary, guys. I might even just cut out all this little waiting here. Yeah, 3 seconds until leaving the opening door and he still hasn't picked anything. The enemy team is in our spawn. Very, very tilting. Very annoying to deal with. They have their turret, which I didn't see the first time. I was looking for it. Watching this back now, I know where the turret was, and I feel like an idiot, but... Our Pharah is saying don't go to point, they're just gonna kill you, which is true.
Once more onto the breach.
Enemy turret destroyed.
Literally everyone just ran off in separate directions, which is going to happen, guys. I feel like a lot of the Overwatch YouTubers, they only show you like the games where everything goes perfect, and I want to show you how things cannot go perfect. Just so you know, it's not just you guys who are having problems with this kind of stuff. Mercy, always priority target if you're Winston. Yep. That's when the guy left our team. Don't be afraid to watch kill cams as well, guys. Just like get a feel for what actually happened to you and if there was anything you could do to avoid it. God damn it is right, Mr. Solar. I think I basically was pep talking our Pharah this entire match because he was diamond in platinum and he was like, wow, I suck so bad, I've lost like 400 SR. No, you don't. You've gone on a losing streak. It doesn't mean you suck just because you were a diamond and now you dip down into platinum. And that's kind of, especially if you're a tank or healer, you have to be your team's support system. Like, you need to step up and call out shit, basically. Yep, that's what he's saying right now. He's like, everything I just told you guys, he's getting down on himself. And I'm just like, no, man. I know we're not going to win this one because we're down a player and blah, blah, but you still did a great job. We were communicating. That's all we can do. Right? Right.
Do what you were built to do. Hey.
But taking a 5v6, guys, pretty impossible. Like, if you get a lever, the enemy team is probably going to win, especially at higher ranks. Unless something like a miracle happens, like one of their players is lagging really bad, or one of their players is just absolutely terrible, or multiple players. It's been done. I've been in games where a 5v6 has worked, but in this game where they already were beating us that badly from the time difference, it's pretty evident what's going to happen. Even though I should have jumped on the Mercy right there, but I kind of, like I said, 5v6, not really. I didn't think we were even going to hold this first fight, the point. Yeah, our Pharah now playing Widow is like, they're going to win anyway. They're going to, yeah, but why not just play to play? Right there you see my target priority is whatever I can get a kill on, possibly. You take basically what you can get that's in front of you to try and kill. And you look, I was doing my job as Winston. Winston should never have can have a damage medal, but Winston's damage is not that much. So the fact that I was out TPSing like a soldier, Pharah, I don't know who had gold damage, isn't a good sign, because Winston does 80 DPS per second in a cone. And I don't think I was getting a lot of cone damage. I don't think I was doing a lot of AoE, which means area damage. Like, I wasn't catching their entire team in my cone a lot. So looking at things like that, probably our DPS was a bit of the problem. Losing a player, definitely a huge problem. And that's when you lose, guys, that's what you have to look at, is why did you lose? Because I did everything in my power as Winston to try and win that game. And you guys seeing me play probably saw I was doing a lot of work. And so you're like, oh, well, this guy, he did a lot as Winston. He should have won the game. No, because Overwatch is a team game, and I'm only one person of 6. And that's how you have to look at it when you lose, guys. But on a more positive note, the game was a lot of fun. Still, even when you lose, guys, you can still have tons of fun. And Winston is so much fun to play. And that's why I love playing Mccre. That's the thing. That's why I insta-lock Mccre most of the time, is because to me, he's the funnest character to play. He literally is high risk, high reward, the best duelist in the game, and that's why I play him. So if you have any questions about anything Overwatch, just write them down in the comments, and I'll see you around, guys. Thanks.